the heartaches, the challenges, the moments when it felt like life was against you. It's natural to wonder, when is my time going to come? We all have those moments of doubt. But what if I told you that everything you've experienced, every obstacle you've faced, is part of a much bigger plan? What if, instead of it all being lost, everything is being prepared for you? Is it possible that the universe is quietly working behind the scenes, setting things up just the way they need to be? The truth is, sometimes it takes going through the toughest experiences to prepare us for what's coming next, the rewards we couldn't even begin to imagine. But the timing of these things is often out of our control. Sometimes we're called to wait, to trust in the process, to keep going even when we can't see the outcome. In this video, we'll explore how the universe is about to repay you for your struggles. We'll discuss how the challenges you've faced are not setbacks, but stepping stones to your greater purpose. I'm going to explain why everything that felt like a loss was a lesson, an essential part of the preparation for the abundance and success that are coming your way. We'll uncover how the universe has a way of realigning your life to make space for the blessings you truly deserve. You're about to learn why your struggles were not in vain. Why every heartbreak, every challenge, every time you thought about giving up was helping you grow into the person you need to become to receive the greatness that's waiting for you. I want to show you how to shift your mindset and start seeing your experiences from a different perspective. Because when you see the truth behind your struggles, that's when the magic starts to happen. That's when you realize just how close you are to something amazing. So stay with me until the end of this video because I'm about to share some powerful insights that will change the way you view your past and your future. If you've ever felt like things weren't going your way, or that life was giving you a hard time, this video will open your eyes to the bigger picture, the one where everything works out exactly as it's meant to. Welcome to our channel. If you're ready to understand why your struggles are leading you to something incredible, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Let's dive into how the universe is about to repay you for everything you've been through. Loss is often viewed as a painful end, a void, or a feeling of emptiness. But what if I told you that loss isn't the end? Sometimes it's just the beginning. It's the moment when the universe is clearing the path for something greater to enter your life. Loss, in its rawest form, can be a transformation. It's a chapter that makes space for the next, more profound experience to unfold. The truth is, we often associate loss with something being taken away, but what if it's more about creating room for what's meant to come? When we lose something or someone we deeply care about, it can feel as if the world is closing in on us, leaving us exposed and vulnerable. However, in those moments of intense grief or disappointment, the universe is often working behind the scenes. The very thing that feels like a loss is, in fact, an opportunity in disguise. It's easy to focus on what's gone, but what if we redirected that focus to the possibility of what could come next? The process of loss is often followed by an awakening, though it's not always immediate. Sometimes it takes time to recognize that loss isn't something to fear or mourn forever, it's something to grow from. The universe operates in cycles, and when something leaves, it often makes room for something more aligned with who you are becoming. Think of it as a process of realignment. What's meant for you will never truly leave you. But sometimes it takes a little rearranging, a little space for that new energy to enter your life. There is a subtle, almost unseen force in play here. The universe has a way of making things right, often when you least expect it. It's like a cosmic puzzle where all the pieces must fall into place at the right time. You might not always see the reason why things happen the way they do at the moment, but in time it becomes clear. The loss you're experiencing is often a necessary part of the journey. It's not something that should hold you back, but something that propels you forward. Let's think about it this way. Imagine the universe as a grand orchestrator arranging the pieces of your life with precision, even when it feels like things are falling apart. Every loss, every setback, every disappointment, no matter how painful, is simply an opportunity to make way for the next stage in your life's evolution. What you once thought was lost is now an invitation for something better. The process of the universe guiding us through our experiences can be compared to the art of sculpting. A sculptor chisels away at a block of marble, removing what isn't needed until the perfect form is revealed. Sometimes the universe does the same with our lives. It removes the things that no longer serve us so that we can emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with our true purpose. You may have heard the phrase, what's meant for you won't pass you by, and while it sounds comforting, the real understanding of it runs much deeper. It's not just about waiting for the right opportunity, it's about allowing the space for those opportunities to reveal themselves. The universe has a way of aligning everything at the perfect time, even when we feel like we've lost everything. It's during the moments of loss that our true potential is uncovered, even if we don't see it immediately. It's important to understand that the concept of loss isn't about being stuck in a state of mourning or resentment. Instead, it's about embracing the possibility of renewal. It's not about what's no longer in your life, it's about what is coming next, what you're being prepared for, even though it may not be visible yet. Loss may be painful, but it's also a catalyst for growth, transformation, and alignment with your soul's deeper purpose. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Think about the things you've lost, the dreams that slipped through your fingers, or the opportunities that never panned out. How did those moments shape you? How did they open doors to new possibilities you hadn't even imagined? Every setback you've experienced was not the end, but the universe's way of redirecting your path. Perhaps it was a lost job that led you to start your own business, or the end of a relationship that allowed you to find yourself again, stronger and more self aware. Even the losses that seem to devastate us are often the most transformative because they force us to look within to find strength in places we didn't know existed. So while it's easy to associate loss with failure or defeat, remember that it's merely a part of the process. The universe isn't just taking something from you, it's preparing you for what's meant to come. The gifts of life often arrive in unexpected ways, and those things you thought were lost or out of reach are merely being rearranged, refined, or redirected to align with your higher purpose. The very thing you thought was a setback is often setting you up for something extraordinary. The universe isn't out to get you, it's out to guide you, teach you, and ultimately lead you to a life that is more fulfilling than you ever imagined. As you move forward, start viewing loss from a different perspective. Instead of focusing on the void it creates, focus on the space it opens up. That space is where your future is being built. It's where your desires, your dreams, and your true path are waiting to manifest. The universe has a way of making things right, and it does so in its own time and in its way. Trust the process even when you can't see the result. Remember that loss isn't an ending, but a necessary step in the journey towards something much greater. When you stop resisting the loss and start embracing the process of realignment, you make room for the abundance and blessings that are ready to enter your life. What you thought you lost was never really lost, it was just being prepared for you. The law of attraction is a concept that has captivated many for decades, yet its true power is often misunderstood. At its core, the law of attraction states that what you put out into the universe often comes back to you. It's this simple yet profound principle that shapes much of what we experience in life. The idea is that we are constantly emitting energy, and this energy is magnetic. It attracts back to us circumstances, people, and opportunities that match our vibrational frequency. It's like tuning into a radio station. If your frequency is tuned to love, positivity, and abundance, you'll attract those same things back into your life. But if you're vibrating at a frequency of fear, doubt, or negativity, that's exactly what you'll draw towards you. When we think about the law of attraction, we often think about the positive aspects manifesting abundance, love, success, or happiness. We envision ourselves attracting everything we desire and living a life filled with ease and joy. However, there's another side to this law that's equally important, and that is the role it plays when we experience loss. Loss can come in many forms, whether it's the end of a relationship, the death of a loved one, or a job you thought was perfect for an opportunity that slipped through your fingers. Loss, as painful as it is, plays a crucial role in the law of attraction. And contrary to what we might feel in the moment, it's not always a punishment. Sometimes it's the universe's way of resetting things for us. When we experience loss, it can feel as if the universe is taking something important away from us. The feeling of loss is often accompanied by emotions of confusion, grief, anger, and even hopelessness. But this perspective doesn't honor the true potential of loss. If we view loss as a failure or a setback, we inadvertently close ourselves off to the deeper understanding that loss often carries with it an opportunity for growth and transformation. What if the loss is an essential part of our evolution? What if, in reality, the universe is aligning things to bring us closer to our true purpose, and the loss is simply a necessary recalibration? The law of attraction teaches us that the energy we emit is the energy we attract. But what happens when we feel as though we've lost something important? It's easy to fall into a negative spiral of grief and frustration, thinking that we are somehow unlucky or unfortunate. However, it's important to understand that loss is not about punishment or bad luck, it's about recalibration. When something leaves our life, it's often because we are no longer in alignment with that situation, person, or opportunity. And while the absence of something familiar may sting, it's also a sign that we're being guided towards something better, a new opportunity that's more in line with who we are becoming. The energy we put out into the world, the thoughts we think, the emotions we feel, the beliefs we hold create a vibrational frequency that is constantly interacting with the universe. The universe is always responding to that energy. When we experience loss, it's a signal from the universe that something needs to shift. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Instead of viewing loss as an ending, consider it a reset button, a moment for your energy to recalibrate and redirect itself. Just like when you reset your phone or your computer to fix a glitch, the universe is offering you a chance to reset your vibrational frequency and attract the things that are truly aligned with your highest self. When something is lost, it creates space. That space is important. It's a gap that allows new opportunities, relationships, and experiences to flow into your life. Often, what we perceive as loss is just the universe making room for something more aligned with our true desires. If we hold on to the idea of what was, we prevent ourselves from seeing the new possibilities that are emerging. The law of attraction teaches us that the energy we put out is what we attract. And when we lose something, that doesn't mean the universe is abandoning us. It means it's redirecting our energy towards something that will serve us better in the long run. There's also an element of trust that comes with the law of attraction, trusting that the universe is always working for your highest good, even when things don't go as planned. We are often too focused on the immediate effects of loss, the heartbreak, the disappointment, the sense of lack and not enough on the bigger picture. Trusting the law of attraction means believing that even in moments of loss, the universe is guiding us to something better. The law of attraction is not a one time event, it's an ongoing, dynamic process that continuously works to bring us closer to what we want, but often in unexpected ways. This is where the reset button comes into play. When we lose something, it shakes us up. It forces us to reassess our desires, our beliefs, and our relationship with the world around us. It challenges us to grow and evolve. Loss can sometimes act as a catalyst for change. It can push us into new directions, force us to let go of limiting beliefs, and open our hearts and minds to new opportunities. The law of attraction works by ensuring that we are aligned with the energy of what we want, and sometimes that means clearing out old energy that no longer serves us. Consider the moments when you've experienced loss and how they have impacted your life. Maybe it's a job you didn't get, a relationship that ended, or an opportunity you didn't seize. In the moment, it felt like everything was falling apart. But looking back, can you see how that loss might have redirected you towards something better? Maybe that job wasn't the right fit, and losing it opened up the door to a career you love. Maybe that relationship was holding you back from becoming the person you are today. The law of attraction is constantly at work, even in times of loss, ensuring that your energy is realigned to bring you the things you are truly meant for. It's important to remember that the law of attraction isn't about forcing things to happen or trying to control outcomes. It's about allowing things to unfold as they're meant to. When we experience loss, it's easy to get caught up in resistance. We want things to stay the same because the familiar feels safe. But in truth, loss is the universe's way of clearing the way for something even better to come into our lives. Trusting the process and being open to new possibilities is key. Instead of resisting the loss, surrender to it and allow the universe to work its magic. By embracing the concept of loss as a reset, we open ourselves up to the infinite possibilities that the universe has in store for us. Every loss is an opportunity for growth, for realignment, and for attracting the things that truly serve us. The law of attraction isn't just about bringing good things into your life, it's about aligning with the energy of what you truly deserve. And sometimes the first step in that alignment is letting go of what no longer fits. When we release what we've lost, we create space for what we are truly meant to gain. Remember, loss is not a sign that you've failed or that the universe is against you. It's simply a sign that the universe is making room for something better. Trust the process, embrace the rest, and watch as the universe brings you everything you've been asking for and more. Patience is one of the most powerful forces in the universe, though it's often underestimated. In a world that's driven by instant gratification, where everything is expected to happen quickly and seamlessly, the value of patience seems to be slipping through the cracks. But patience, especially when we're feeling lost or uncertain, is the key to unlocking everything that we truly desire. You may be wondering, why should I wait? Why does everything have to take so long? And the answer is simple: the universe is working behind the scenes, and it's orchestrating events in your life that are beyond your comprehension. The timing of everything is perfectly aligned, even when you can't see it yet. When we experience loss, when things aren't going our way, or when it feels like everything is falling apart, it's easy to become frustrated. It's natural to want answers, to rush things, and to make sense of the chaos. But what if I told you that this waiting period, this time when nothing seems to be happening, is the most important phase of the entire process? The truth is that good things take time. The universe doesn't rush, and neither should you. Think about it this way: the greatest things in life don't happen overnight. If you want to build a meaningful relationship, cultivate a successful career, or create the life you've always dreamed of, it doesn't happen in an instant. These things take time to develop, to grow, and to come to fruition. In the same way, the things you've asked for are being carefully crafted and prepared for you. They aren't simply handed to you on a silver platter. They require time, patience, and trust in the process. The waiting period isn't just a time of stagnation, it's a time of transformation. While you may feel as if you're stuck or as if nothing is happening, the universe is aligning things in ways that you may not fully understand yet. Every experience you have, every person you meet, and every obstacle you face is a part of this grand design that's preparing you for the next chapter of your life. It's a time of growth, healing, and preparation. It's during this time that your mind, body, and spirit are being aligned with what's coming next. You're being prepared, whether you realize it or not, for the blessings that are about to manifest in your life. Think of the process as planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't expect it to immediately sprout and grow into a fully formed tree. No, you plant the seed, water it, nourish it, and trust that it will grow in its own time. The same is true for your desires. You've planted the seeds of your dreams, but now it's time to be patient. You can't rush the growth process. You have to allow the universe to do its work. It's not about forcing things to happen, but about trusting the timing and allowing things to unfold naturally. There's a reason that everything happens in its own time. It's not random or by chance, it's perfectly designed. You may not see it, and it may not always make sense at the moment, but everything is happening for your highest good. The universe is a master of timing, and while we often want things to happen quickly, the truth is that things need to unfold slowly and steadily for us to be ready to receive them. Now, I understand that waiting isn't easy. It's frustrating. It can feel like you're stuck in limbo, watching other people's lives move forward while yours feels like it's on hold. But I want to reassure you, this is not a time of delay. It's a time of preparation. The waiting period allows you to become the person who is ready for the success, love, and abundance that's coming your way. It's in this waiting period that you shed the old versions of yourself that no longer serve you. It's where you let go of limiting beliefs, old patterns, and habits that might hold you back from truly embracing your future. You're being molded, shaped, and prepared for the amazing things that are about to enter your life. Think about the incredible transformations that can take place during a waiting period. Consider how a caterpillar goes into a cocoon, waits in the darkness, and emerges as a beautiful butterfly. It didn't rush the process. It didn't fight against the cocoon. It trusted the process and allowed the transformation to unfold. And when it emerged, it was ready to fly. You too are in the midst of a transformation. Though you may not feel it, you're being prepared for the next stage of your life. Patience also gives you the gift of clarity. When you rush, you make decisions based on urgency or fear. But when you practice patience, you create space for clarity to emerge. You allow your thoughts and emotions to settle, and in that stillness, you begin to see things more clearly. The universe is giving you this time to make sure that the decisions you make are in alignment with your highest self. When the time is right, you'll know it. And you'll make choices that are guided by wisdom, not by fear or desperation. While you wait, it's important to remember that this isn't a passive process. Patience doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing. It means you continue to live your life fully, knowing that the right things are on their way. It means doing the work to prepare yourself for what's coming. If you want to attract love, become the person who is capable of giving and receiving love. If you want to attract abundance, work on your mindset and your ability to receive. The universe is not only aligning external circumstances for you, it's also allowing you to align yourself internally with what you want. This is why patience is so powerful. It gives you the time to become the person who deserves all the wonderful things that are about to come into your life. In those moments of impatience, remember that the universe is always working behind the scenes. Even when you can't see it, things are happening. Opportunities are being lined up, people are being brought into your life. The right situations are falling into place. You are not stuck. You are in a time of preparation, and everything is unfolding as it should. Trust that the universe is always moving in your favor. And that patience is the key to unlocking your greatest potential. Good things take time. It's one of the universal truths that we must all learn. We cannot rush what is meant to unfold. Trust in the timing, trust in the process, and most importantly, trust in yourself. When you do, you'll find that the waiting period becomes a time of peace and anticipation rather than frustration. You'll embrace the stillness knowing that everything is coming to you exactly when it's meant to. The universe is preparing you for something magnificent. Just trust that it's all happening in divine timing. When something valuable is taken from you, it often feels like the world has stopped. Whether it's the loss of a relationship, a job, or even a dream, the pain can be overwhelming, and the uncertainty about what comes next can feel like a void. But here's something you might not have considered: loss is one of the most transformative experiences a person can go through. It can be the catalyst for profound self discovery. It forces you to look inward and question everything that you thought defined you. You're left to examine your own beliefs, desires, and identity. In essence, the loss doesn't just take away, it opens a door to new possibilities. Self awareness is born in the aftermath of loss. When you lose something, you're forced to confront who you are without it. Suddenly, you're faced with the question, what now? And in that space, you begin to explore yourself on a deeper level. Who are you without this thing, this person, or this circumstance that you thought was so integral to your life? This question is powerful. It opens up an opportunity for reflection, for reimagining your life beyond what you've known. The truth is, loss often strips away the excess, the things you thought you needed but didn't truly require for your happiness or fulfillment. It's in those moments of vulnerability and uncertainty that you start to discover your core, your essence, what truly matters to you, what makes you feel alive, fulfilled, and at peace. Sometimes it's not until something is lost that you realize how much of it was taking up space in your life, how much energy it consumed, or how it held you back from discovering your true self. When you find yourself in this place of questioning, it's important to honor the feelings that come up. Loss can bring grief, sadness, and even anger, and all of these emotions are valid. But alongside these feelings, there is an invitation for growth. This is your chance to redefine your path. It's a moment to turn inward, listen to your intuition, and discover what drives you. The pain may seem unbearable at first, but it's not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a deeper connection to yourself. Many people have found that what seemed like the end was just the start of something greater. You don't have to look far to find stories of transformation born from loss. Think about the stories of people who have gone through devastating divorces, who lost their jobs or their homes, only to rise from the ashes stronger, more aligned with their true purpose. The loss forced them to face themselves, to reevaluate their priorities, and to let go of what wasn't serving them. And in doing so, they found new strengths, new passions, and new directions they hadn't considered before. For example, there's the story of someone who lost a career they had invested in for years, only to find their true calling in an entirely different field. Or someone who experienced the end of a long term relationship, only to realize they had been living a life that wasn't fully authentic to who they were. The loss gave them the space to redefine themselves, discover their desires, and pursue dreams they never thought were possible. What often happens in these stories of transformation is that people find themselves in a place where they're no longer defined by the external things they lost. Instead, they learn to define themselves based on their inner strength, resilience, and clarity. This is the gift of self discovery through loss. It's in these moments that you have the opportunity to reconnect with who you truly are without the distractions, without the attachments, and without the societal expectations that may have previously influenced you. This journey of self discovery often reveals truths that were hidden beneath the surface. When we're caught up in the routines of life, it's easy to overlook our deeper desires. Loss brings us face to face with the things we've been ignoring or putting off, and it forces us to address them head on. For some, this might mean acknowledging dreams they've always had but were too afraid to pursue. For others, it might mean recognizing that certain people or circumstances have held them back and it's time to let go. And yet, despite the pain and difficulty, loss is often the ultimate motivator for growth. In the absence of what was once familiar, you find the strength to explore new territories, to push yourself beyond what you thought were your limits. The universe, in its mysterious way, uses loss as a tool to guide you toward your true purpose. The pieces that once felt like they were falling apart are the very building blocks for a new life, a new vision. Through loss, you learn that you are not the sum of your circumstances or possessions. You are more than what you own or what you've accomplished. You are a person capable of growth, change, and reinvention. And sometimes it takes losing something to remind you of the boundless potential that lies within you. You begin to see yourself not as someone defined by what you have lost, but as someone who can create a life of meaning and purpose from scratch. This process of self discovery isn't always linear. There are setbacks, moments of doubt, and periods where you may feel as though you're getting nowhere. But it's important to remember that these moments are just part of the journey. You are uncovering layers of yourself that have been buried for years, and as you continue down this path, you will uncover more of who you truly are. This process takes time, but it's worth every moment of introspection and every step forward. In the end, loss is not just about the void that remains after something is taken away. It's about what you gain through the experience, the insights, the wisdom, the renewed sense of self that will carry you forward into the future. You are not defined by what you lose, but by how you rise from it, how you transform in the face of adversity. The journey of self discovery after loss is not easy, but it is undeniably powerful. It's a chance to become the person you were always meant to be, to uncover a deeper sense of purpose, and to create a life that is truly aligned with your soul. When life feels like it's knocked you down, the instinct may be to retreat, to wait for the storm to pass, or to simply give up. But here's the truth: every setback, every moment of loss is an opportunity in disguise. It's a moment, a window in time where you can prepare for what comes next. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And one of the most powerful ways to respond is by using this time wisely, by preparing for your comeback. In the face of loss, the first step is always to acknowledge the pain. It's okay to feel it, to process it, and to honor that space. But then once the dust begins to settle, it's time to take proactive steps. This is your moment to invest in yourself, to learn, grow, and transform. Every setback is not just an obstacle, it's an invitation for you to rise stronger, smarter, and more aligned with your true purpose. So, how do you prepare for this comeback? First and foremost, learn new skills. This is one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself during any time of loss or uncertainty. When you're in a place of transition, you often have the time and space to do things you didn't have time for before. Maybe you've always wanted to learn a new language, start a business, or gain certification in a field you've been passionate about. Now's the time. Instead of wallowing in what's been lost, focus on what you can gain. Use this time as an opportunity to enhance your skill set, expand your knowledge, and make yourself a more capable, versatile person. Learning new skills not only helps you grow, but also builds your confidence. As you acquire knowledge and abilities, you remind yourself that you are not helpless. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are in control of your growth, and you are actively shaping the future you want. So ask yourself, what is something you've always wanted to learn but never had the time or energy to do so? Now's the time to dive in and make it happen. Whether it's through online courses, workshops, or even reading books and articles, learning will empower you and prepare you for what's next. Taking care of yourself is another critical step during this time of loss. When life gets difficult, self care often falls by the wayside. You may get caught up in your emotions, your struggles, or your circumstances and forget to prioritize your well being. But to truly prepare for your comeback, you must first ensure that you are strong and healthy physically, emotionally, and mentally. This means eating right, getting enough sleep, exercising, and doing things that nurture your body and mind. But it's also about emotional care. It's about permitting yourself to heal, to cry when needed, to talk to someone when you feel overwhelmed, and to truly honor what you are going through. Taking care of yourself also means setting boundaries and making sure you are in a good headspace to move forward. It's easy to get distracted by outside noise, opinions, or expectations, but this is your journey. Take the time to focus inward. Engage in practices that bring you peace, whether that's meditation, journaling, yoga, or simply spending time in nature. Clear your mind of negativity and fill it with positive affirmations, empowerment, and a vision for the future. When you take care of your mind, body, and soul, you create a foundation of strength from which you can build your comeback. Another proactive step is reflection. When you experience a loss or setback, it's important to reflect on what happened and learn from it. The universe has a way of bringing us exactly what we need to grow, even if we don't see it at the time. So ask yourself, what have I learned from this experience? What are the lessons here? What parts of me have been tested, and what do I need to improve upon? Self reflection helps you grow and ensures that you're not repeating the same mistakes or staying stuck in the same patterns. When you learn from the past, you set yourself up for success in the future. This is where mindfulness and self awareness come into play. As you reflect on your experience, cultivate a deeper awareness of your thoughts and feelings. What is your inner dialogue telling you? Are there negative patterns or limiting beliefs you need to address? Are there things you've been telling yourself that no longer serve you? By gaining clarity on these aspects of yourself, you can make conscious choices to shift your mindset and behavior in a more positive direction. In doing so, you prepare yourself not only to overcome the loss, but to emerge from it with a renewed sense of purpose. But the final, and perhaps most important, step in preparing for your comeback is readiness. When the universe is ready to repay you for the challenges you've faced, you need to be ready to receive it. This means opening yourself up to the possibilities that are coming your way. The universe doesn't deliver opportunities to those who aren't ready to take action. You must align yourself with what you want and be prepared to seize the opportunity when it presents itself. Sometimes being ready means letting go of old patterns or attachments. It means making space for new opportunities, new people, and new experiences. It means being willing to step into the unknown and trust that the universe has already lined up what you need. Being ready isn't just about external actions, it's also about your internal state. You must believe that you deserve everything that's coming your way and trust that you are worthy of success, happiness, and fulfillment. Remember, readiness also means being willing to take risks. If you want to come back stronger, you must step out of your comfort zone. It's easy to stay in familiar territory and to hold on to what you know, but growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you push yourself, when you take bold steps toward what you want. Whether it's changing careers, starting a new project, or taking a chance on a new relationship, your comeback requires that you embrace the unknown with confidence and excitement. So, how do you prepare for your comeback? You do it by proactively investing in yourself, learning new skills, taking care of your mind and body, reflecting on the lessons, and getting yourself into the right mental and emotional space. You align yourself with the future you desire and get ready to step into the opportunities that are coming your way. And when the universe finally delivers, you'll be ready not just to receive what's coming, but to fully embrace it and make it your own. This is how you prepare for your comeback, and this is how you ensure that when the universe repays you, you'll be able to make the most of it. The universe is about to repay you for everything you thought was lost. Trust in the process because every setback, every struggle has been shaping you for something greater. Remember, it's not the end, it's the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where you rise stronger and more aligned with your true purpose. Believe that everything happens for a reason, and the best is yet to come. If you're ready to embrace your comeback story, like subscribe and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Let's inspire each other and keep moving forward together. Thank you for being part of this journey.